Do you think there's anything you're intentionally doing this time that
Hmm.
you didn't do last time, or that you're able to kind of capitalize on because you have this wealth of knowledge of actually going through it, right, 10 years ago?
Yeah, yeah. I stopped drinking.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right off the bat. I stopped drinking alcohol, and not saying that alcohol is bad for everybody, but in my experience, it just wasn't good for me, and it was something that really like set me back a little bit during that time. I was 26. I was young. I went to college. Learned to drink in college, and that's not the best place to to
Yeah,
learn how
there's
to
just there's
drink.
a
So
lot
those
of that.
habits.
That's happening. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was kind of going through life and trying to like figure out the direction I wanted to go, and then that kind of became like a crutch for me. And I realized just looking back, like that was a big part of the reason why I didn't advance as fast, I guess you can say, as I wanted to. And so now, and then I did like the research too. I was like, I'm going out every single weekend. I'm drinking. As I'm getting older, it takes me 3 or 4 days to recover now.
Yeah.
Post 30, bro,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
takes
Yeah.
some time to recover.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I'm doing that every weekend, that's like 15 days out of the month that I'm recovering. That's like 6 months out of the year that I'm recovering. There's no way I could like advance that way. And I'm just speaking off of personal experience. There's no way I can advance like that way. So once I put that to the back burner, like things just changed for me. And then falling back on my athleticism and being an athlete and just being disciplined and staying in the gym and focusing on mind, body, and spirit. That's how I was able to and continue to be able to. I mean, be a present father.
No, I
If
really,
that,
I appreciate that perspective because I think I see it almost on two ways. Like I wear a Whoop every day,
yeah,
right? So,
yeah,
and I haven't completely quit drinking, but the
yeah,
amount, like you're saying, going to college and being an athlete, you're around it a lot. So
yeah, yeah,
the amount that I do drink now is a percentage, right? And
yeah.
it's maybe a couple glasses of wine, right, on a weekend or something like that.
Fine.
And then if someone has a birthday party, out a little bit later. But those nights where I have to be out later, or like right, I'm out, and I'm saying this is the night where I'm going to be out, like the next day, my I struggle one because you're trying to recover, and then the
Yeah,
attention I can even give to my kids in the morning, right? Like that's it's low,
yeah,
right? So like
yeah.
I've actually pulled back a lot because of that after being a father, because I said I don't want to give up those mornings, right, where my
Hmm.
kids are up at 6 7. They don't care that you went out or you did something the night before, and you
No.
still want to be able to give them attention, right? You can't sleep on the couch now all day, right? You got to get going. You got to do it. And then even on the other side,
100%.
like I'm getting the data from a wearable, right, and now it's actually telling you like you did something terrible to yourself yesterday,
You
right?
poison your
Like,
body.
and you're expecting yourself to go out for a run, right, on this
Yeah,
Saturday morning or this Sunday morning. It's just like, right, it's not going to happen. So
yeah,
like
yeah,
multi facets, right, of just like information just telling me like, all right, this is probably not something that's conducive to the lifestyle you're trying to live, right, for
yeah. I
myself
mean,
and for my kids.
yeah. And back in the day, you were able to do that, right? Like playing football in college, you drink the night before, and then you'd be able to go run a couple miles the next day and be
Joke.
fine.
But I actually
Post 30.
remember times where we would go out, right? Say you have a game on Saturday, you go out that night. Sunday, you're in for film and weight room, and
Yeah.
at 6 7 in the morning, like it didn't matter. You didn't even feel it. Like I'm
Hundred
shot
percent.
now.
100%. And then yeah, and then like young too, I DJ'd. So I was in the club scene a lot. So I
Yeah.
was DJing. So I was getting back, I'm drinking and I was getting back home 4 or 5 in the morning. And then after having my daughter, like I gotta be present. And like
It's tough.
it was tough. So I mean it took me some time and not to say like everybody needs to quit drinking. I just wasn't responsible.
Yeah.
I'm one of those
But
guys that
that's
go hard.
yeah, exactly. Like yeah,
You know what I mean? Let's go hard.
I go harder than you. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like we
like
gonna go. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
We gonna go. So it just wasn't a good vice for me. And then I was able to take that and kind of like parallel it to like other things that get me hyped now.
I love that. What do you feel, I guess, having a child, right, 10 years later, that it almost gave you another opportunity to go in and do it, and not that to say that you had to fix things, but you almost got this opportunity to go do it with a new perspective?
That's a great question. I'm sorry if you hear my daughter running around the back.
No, we're
She's
good.
with she's with grandma right now. Um, yes, I do think it gave me new focus because I was like, you know what, I get to try this thing again, and then now I'm equipped with the tools that I need to get to where I want.
Yeah.
Um, It That's what I'm looking for. It helped having my second daughter like really held me accountable to like realize that I have to practice what I preach because she's not you could she's young, right? You could tell them whatever. They're semi listening, but they're watching you and they're a sponge to every single thing that you do.
Yeah.
So now I know me knowing that and even training kids back in the day, like like you're the prime example of how they're gonna grow up. So now, that accountability alone like makes me like get up and like, all right, I gotta do my thing. I need her to see me working out. That's why I built the gym in the garage. I need her to see these things, me coming in from a run, sweating, like and enjoying it.
Yeah.
So it's not forced when it's time. It's just what I do, and she knows that like this is what life is supposed to be like.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of fitness with our children as well. So I'm just seeing you do it and you enjoy it, not something you have to do, something you want to be
Right.
a part of your life, right? Because
one Hundred
for
percent.
them, then they're going to grow up around it, right? They're going to want to do it with you. They're also going to understand that this is just something that we do daily. This is something that we do during the week because we need it to be better for our lives, right? As
Yeah.
opposed to them playing catch up and oh now I have to work out because there's something
Hmm.
wrong in my life, right? Because maybe I have a disease, maybe I'm overweight, whatever it is. Like no, this is
Yeah.
just something that we do. We move, right? I
We
I
move.
love that.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Instilling that young, and you have the opportunity. You train athletes. You train kids.
Yep.
Like you see like those athletic kids. Like a lot of that discipline comes from their parents. To be honest with you.